So we'll just read our video recording statement. So the session presentation is being recorded for assessment purposes for my course with Open Colleges. This recording will be live streamed through Open Colleges' online learning platform to the Open Colleges learning management system. These sessions may be used by Open Colleges for compliance purposes or within a course to demonstrate examples of best practices. This video may be available publicly. This applies to the time the video is being streamed. After the recording, the video will be stored securely and will become the property of Open Colleges. If you do not wish to be recorded, you will need to leave the session now. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. We'll be discussing the usability review that you'll be conducting and just any questions that you might have in regards to it. So we'll do this just to ensure that the review is conducted accurately and sufficient information is captured during the review, and just to prepare you for the review itself. So in this presentation today, we'll just cover the purpose of the usability review. So the main purpose of this review is to help Ethical Trading Group identify any usability issues on their website, and just to help recover from that. So you can conduct the usability review and complete the form by just following these guidelines I've noted. So just approach the website with a fresh and unbiased viewpoint. However, make sure that you do understand the purpose of the application, the characteristics of the intended users and their levels of domain knowledge, and the context of use as well. So once you begin your review, just read the description of each question and score it by using the drop-down button that you'll see. In that drop-down button, you'll see a list of scoring. It'll have very poor, moderate, good, excellent, or not available if you don't believe it applies. The main principles that will be covered in this review will be navigation, functionality, control, language, feedback, consistency, error handling, visual clarity. So you're welcome to leave any feedback or comments on each of these points once you've scored them, just to explain why you consider each to be relevant from a usability perspective. Just when you do that, avoid any personal opinions that you might have, as that can be grounded in prejudice and it can affect the overall scoring. Once you've finished this, just use the checklist again to make sure you've considered the application in sufficient detail, and then forward the document through to myself. So email is the preferred method of forwarding it through to me, but you're more than welcome to hand it to me direct or face-to-face if you'd like. It's completely up to you. So once these forms have been collected, we'll combine the issues from each reviewer and group like issues together. So reviewing your work notes just to ensure that all issues have been noted and included as issues as well. But we'll review the checklist just to see that all reviewers are in agreement and to examine any discrepancies that might come up in the review itself. And then that information will be used to inform a total usability review of Ethical Trading Group's website as a part of a larger customer engagement strategy. So we'll move on then. If you had any questions for me in regards to this information or in regards to the usability review itself, feel free to ask.
Okay.
I've got one question, Hannah.
Yes.
What are Ethical Trading Group's aims of a user experience focus?
Yes, so Ethical Trading Group's main aim of a UX or user experience focus is to have a deep understanding of their users, what they need, what they value, their abilities, and also their limitations, just to make user experiences more enjoyable and accessible or easy to use for everybody in general. So that's our main focus of this review.
Great. That's perfect.
I've got something. This one's a little bit out of the box. If I get confused about a question on the form, can I get more information to enable me to answer it better?
Yeah, so if you do get a little bit confused, you can actually hold your mouse over the question itself, and it will provide you with some examples and a little bit of an explanation on what the question is asking for,
Okay.
just to give you a bit of a better overview of it. if the information there isn't still, you're not understanding it, or you're still a little bit confused about it, you can always just select the not available option.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you do decide to just select moderate or something general, it can actually affect the overall scoring, and especially since you wouldn't be understanding the question, it would affect the score itself.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
but that information is still available there,
No,
just
that's
in
fine.
case.
Yep.
I have another question.
Yes.
So how will all the information collected be kept protected and confidential?
Yes, so these forms, as soon as we've taken them and analysed them, they'll be kept in a secure folder that others won't have access to, and over time we may review that information, but it will also always be kept confidential. We won't record any personal details for each of the reviews, so that no bias will be applied to the answers received as well.
Okay, that's fine. Great.
I've got one more question.
Yes.
What are the potential outcomes that could arise based on the information collected?
So the information you supply by completing these usability reviews, could help ethical trading group to improve or change some aspects of their website and designed to make each new user experience more enjoyable.
Oh, brilliant. Okay,
So
overall, makes sense.
Yeah, that information will be put to use through Ethical Trading Group's website, just to make it, as I've stated before, more user-friendly for everybody to use.
Excellent.
Otherwise, did you guys have any more questions?
No, that's fine.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for participating in this usability review. We really appreciate it. We'll forward through those documents to you so that you can get started.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.